to this video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Leigh if you are new here, and I do makeup stuff. Today I'm doing a video all about graphic liner and how to get that liner sharp, sharp, sharp. Before I do the video, here is a list of products that you will need. We're doing this sort of like DIY video style. You know, like we're doing an arts and craft project, except for on our eyeballs. First thing that you will want to have for this is an eye primer. This is important to have because you do not want any creasing on the eyelid when you've worked so hard to get that eyeliner perfect. Last thing you want is your concealer moving around or that eyeliner shifting. This is crucial. Second product is a powder. This is because you are going to want to set that eyeshadow primer in place, and this is going to, again, keep that eyeliner from transferring or moving about on the eyelid. Next, a foundation or concealer of your choice. This is important because you will use this to clean up any of the edges or fix any mistakes of the winged eyeliner. Not even a pro can make it through a winged eyeliner without making a few mistakes. You will then want to use your eyeliner of choice. Now, everybody is different in what they like for their eyeliners. Some people, like myself, prefer a felt tip or a pen eyeliner. Other people prefer to use a gel liner in a pot or a water-activated liner, which I will be using one of today. To finish up the look, you'll then need mascara and eyelashes, which is totally optional, but you know, it makes it look a little bit more dramatic. Hello, close-up. Like I said, priming for a look like this is super important. You don't want to just prime in the area that you'll be putting product. I totally recommend priming from lash line all the way up to brow bone. That way you're just going to minimize the chances of anything moving around and getting any displacement throughout the day if you're going to be wearing this for a long time. Once that primer is on, you definitely need to set it with a powder as well. This is going to help everything that you do for the liner go on really smoothly. And again, we're just trying to avoid that look, you know, when you like open your eyes and close your eyes a bunch and then all of a sudden all of your eyeliner is in a place that it wasn't meant to be. That's what we're trying to stop from happening here. I'm now going to take a felt pen eyeliner. You want to make sure that this is nice and loaded up with product before you start. I always like to give my pens a shake. You could totally go ahead and use a gel eyeliner with an angled brush at this point if that's what you're more comfortable with. Everybody is particular and different on what they're better with when it comes to doing eyeliner. So if this is not the way that you know that you're best at, then try something else. And sometimes it can take a while of practicing and trying with different products to figure out what's going to work the best for you. I kind of know what sort of shape I want to do here, so I'm going to go with it and map it out. I like to start at the inner corner of my eye. I like to press the side of the product down onto my eyelid and then flick it out in small motions to build up the line slowly. So if you were just going to be doing like a classic winged eyeliner from here, what you would do would be to flick this out and then pull back down to connect. I'm filling in the gaps here between those lines. I'm going to pull it back over. In the beginning stages, don't worry too much about everything being perfect. You just want to map out what's going on and general areas that you want the liner. Bonus tip, don't drink any coffee if you're going to do this. Or don't like shotgun a Red Bull, you know? So now what I'm thinking I want to do here is like a C shape, you know? Almost like it's like a wave. And then I'll fill in this area. Shake my eyeliner because it's starting to not be as liquidy. So now what I do is I take extremely slow and delicate movements and go over those areas where I see issues. Now I'm going to clean up and sharpen this wing, and I think this is a step that a lot of people don't do or don't realize that they can do. It's almost like some people think it's cheating. It's not cheating. If you need to use foundation and concealer to clean this up, then why wouldn't you? This brush is super small. I should show it to you actually. And has a flat top. As you can see, I've loaded it up with foundation. It is a Smith Cosmetics 212. So I load it up with product and then I wipe off a little bit of that product on the back of my hand. This also sharpens the bristles. And then I slide this along the underside of the wing. This process sometimes works better if you do one big long sweep, because it'll just pull that wing out and sharpen the end. Then you can take another brush and soften out that foundation or concealer. Same process for the top of the wing. I'm going to hold my eyelid though, just because this part of the eye does move a little bit more. So if you were going to do one color, you could just leave it at that, but I'm going to add some white. I think I'll try with this one, the felt first, and then if I need to switch into one with a brush, I will, but I'll give this one a shot. What I'm doing is tracing along the, oh, I already messed up. This is so hard to do while I talk. But as I did with the black, I'm moving in super small motions. Think about doing line work on your eyelids too, is that you have to understand which way your eyelid skin moves and doesn't move. It's way easier to do brush strokes going this way than it is to reverse go this way. So if you're trying to do lines like this, it's not going to be as easy, or at least I find this. You might find something different, but I find it's easier to go in an outward direction. Because I feel like I want that white to be more solid, I'm switching to a water-activated eyeliner and a small pointed pencil brush. So I spray a little water in there, get the brush nice and saturated, and then move along those edges. Oh, this product is way whiter. Okay. Once that white dries, what I'll be doing is taking the black again, and I'll be sharpening up the space in between where those two shades meet. If this seems like it's a lot of work, that's because it is. Graphic eyeliner is one of those things where it looks really cool and you wish that there is a shortcut, but there is not a shortcut. You cannot do graphic liner quickly, and there's always back and forth between different products and sharpening things up and making mistakes. That's the way it goes. My number one tip is to just practice. I'm not sitting over here trying to give you some sneaky trick to make this really easy, because it's not easy. I wish. It's time to clean up the inside now. This is always the hardest part for me. To finish it up, I'll be putting mascara and eyelashes on and then switch into doing the other eye. I always do one eye first when I'm doing complicated graphic looks and then move to the other eye. I don't know why. Some people do it differently. That's just how I do it. Okay, popping those lashes on. A lot of people struggle with doing the opposite eye, myself included, so here's a couple of tips to help with that as well. Start with doing the eye that you find the hardest. Everybody has one eye that they struggle with more, whether it's left or right, depending on which hand is your dominant hand. Do the hard eye first, because then you're gonna struggle with that more, and then you can do a better job on the other eye to match up to the harder eye. A lot of people say not to hold your skin when you're doing your eyeliner or your makeup because the pulling it tight is bad for your skin. It's gonna cause wrinkles, anti-aging, all that jazz. If it works for you, then go for it. I mean, there's so many things that we do in life that are bad for us. If you feel like you get a sharper winged eyeliner and, you know, maybe some extra wrinkles don't bother you, have at it. It's also good when you have a mirror to look at yourself from different angles as well, because if you're just looking straight on the whole time, you're not going to get a whole view. So tilt your head lots, up, do down, close your eyes, open your eyes, see what happens. Keep in mind too, when you open your eyes, a lot of the time one eye opens differently than the other. So that's something that you want to, you know, check in on. When you open up your eyes and look straight ahead, is everything looking the same? Can you see the same amount of white on one side as the other side? We don't know yet because I haven't done it. Fingers crossed it works out. I'm very lucky because I have really big eyelids. There's a whole lot of acreage and space to work with here, and I totally understand that not everybody has that. So cater it to fit your eyelid type. If your eyes aren't as big, downsize it. Make it a little bit smaller. Make it, you know, maybe don't do two colors connecting. Maybe do one color on the bottom and another color on the top. There's so many fun things you could do to get creative to work with your eye shape. So if you have a monolid, you can totally still rock stuff like this. You're just gonna have to draw it above where your natural lid folds or doesn't fold. Just do it higher. Do it bigger, do it higher so that you can see it more. All right, so I totally messed up finishing off this eye. I was so close to being done and I messed up, which is great because I get to show you what to do. So wait for that eyeliner to dry. Do not touch it until it is fully dried. Just wait. I know you want to fix it immediately. Take a minute. Check your phone. Pause. Depending on how bad that smudge is and where you've got it, take a spoolie brush, clean spoolie brush, and scratch off as much as you can. See? That already made it better. For the white, I'm not going to scratch it off. I'm going to reapply the white product right on top of it and just cover it up like it never happened. While this eyelash glue dries, I will give you my final tip on the subject matter, which is don't sweat the symmetry. Honestly, I've spent so much time in my life trying to get my eyes looking even, and after a certain point, you're just wasting your time and you need to know when to stop. The thing is as well is that when you're out with your friends or you're out at work or whatever, nobody's gonna look at you and be like, oh, your eyeliner's not even. That's never gonna happen, ever. Ever. Nobody's gonna notice. No one cares. They're just gonna look at you and be like, man, that is some sweet eyeliner. So don't sweat it. That is everything for today, folks, and I will see you again soon on the next video. Bye! Smacked my hand as I waved.